What's going on, guys? Welcome to Movie Dogs. My name is Roger,
I'm Darlin.
And this is Chino.
and we're just a group of guys here who are tired of the system. We're obviously tired of critics who are, it's pretty painfully obvious that they're under the studio's pocket. So, pretty much, we're just a few broke bastards here who love watching movies, and we are going to critique every single movie that we watch and give you guys the harsh truth about it. No sugarcoating, no favoritism, all out guerrilla movie warfare.
So, in the first episode, we wanted to talk about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and see our different opinions about it and which one actually stays true to the comics. In my opinion, I would say probably Iron Man. There's a couple of nitpicks that I want to talk about in Iron Man 1. For me, that's actually one of the best ones that I've seen in the Marvel Universe. How about you?
In my opinion, and you know what? This is the underdog of all the Marvel movies. And it's surprising because this is the one that actually started the trend. The best one is Blade, in
Really
my
good
opinion.
one. Really good one. I did not think
that
about
gets
that.
overlooked a lot.
Yeah, it does, big time.
And just like Blade 1, they cocked it up with Blade 2, then Blade 3, and just like Iron Man, they did bomb with Iron Man 1, then they cocked it up with number 2, and the colossal fuck up that is Iron Man 3.
What about you, Don?
I think for me, it's got to be hands down. You can't pick any other. Incredible Hulk.
Oh,
That
really
is
good
very
one.
true.
Really good
Very
one.
true to the story.
But which version was it? Eric Bana, Edward Norton?
Let's go with that recently added one with the giant fucking mutated.
Abomination?
I like
There you
that
go.
one.
Okay, so
You're an abomination when you lack genitals. You're gone. That's pretty bad. Why would you want to turn to that?
Look, they have mutant poodles. Come on, how is that not true to the comic?
Mutant Poodles, no. That was Eric Bana's
version.
That was not Incredible Hulk.
That's the one. Are you sure it was Incredible
Yes,
Hulk?
we are 100% sure on
Yes.
that.
Eric Bana was called
Oh
Hulk.
my God.
Get
This
your
is the
movies
reason why
right.
Darling is the virgin in film.
Yeah, this is why anytime Darling fucks up, we say fucking Darling.
Fucking
'cause-
Darling.
See guys, I'm here for you. See that? If you don't know anything, they'll fix it for you.
Yeah.
I'm asking those questions for y'all.
Oh, we wanted to apologize. We actually have a rating system that Junior is about to explain right now, how we actually rate our films.
I want to apologize about my friend being so apologetic right now. Pretty much.
Well, I don't have to apologize if you need to forget,
Yeah.
Ooh,
There you go. There,
same.
touche. So we rate our movies based on brewskis. So we base it on a 5 brewski level. 1 being that it sucks, 5 being that it's awesome, that you should get drunk off them brewskis. Now, if the movie utterly sucks, where we don't even want to rate it based on brewskis, we will give it non-alcoholic ratings. And that pretty much means that, the studios should just go ahead and kill the director, kill anyone associated with the film, and it should be illegal to watch.
And burned. It should be
Yes.
all copies burned.
If the reels exist, they should be burned. Just that simple. Just throw it away in the damn,
Just ignore it.
Yeah,
ashes
yeah.
sent to space, thrown into the
There you
sun.
go.
Shit.
So we're talking about all these movies, and obviously Chino thinks that Iron Man. But you know what's funny to me about the Marvel Universe? This is why I think Blade got it right. As kids, we all read comics since the get-go, since they begun. It was mainly kids who watched it. Read them. My mistake there. That's the milk talking right there.
There's a question I wanted to ask about that, though. Do you know if it's actually part of the Marvel Knights, or is it just straight out Marvel? Because Marvel Knights is with the Punisher and Ghost Rider, anti-heroes that actually kill people.
I don't even talk about Ghost Rider.
Well, those are pretty much Ghost Rider. Oh my gosh. My little daughter would have made a better, Ghost Rider. No, honestly, I think it's just Marvel. I know they got Marvel Knights, but do you really think the production companies nowadays are gonna try to, produce a movie the next, let's say, Punisher as Marvel Knights production? I think it's all Marvel. You know what? The Knights, it's Marvel. So at the end of the day, for me,
Yeah, I feel like it all got assimilated.
once you start segregating the Marvel characters, that's not fair. You can't do that to Spider-Man. He's a dork. But do you really think Iron Man's badass guns will whoop Spider-Man's reflexes? No. Not in my opinion.
Wait, you know what? Just thinking about that, if Spider-Man's drunk, does that affect his spider senses?
That's actually pretty
That's a
That's a
interesting.
good
Goddamn
question. That is a
right?
really good question. I never thought about that.
Just
Mhm.
thinking, you know. So I
Can you
think,
imagine a drunk Iron Man versus a drunk Spider Man?
I think Spider-Man will still get him though.
Yep,
Really?
I agree. I truly agree.
So, all right.
Well, actually, who knows? Iron Man's been drinking a lot longer than Spidey
Ah,
has,
you're
so
right.
you might have a tolerance to it. Where Spider-Man drinks probably like one Smirnoff cocktail, he's fucked up already.
But he's a freaking teenager.
Nah, he'll just go for a Zuma.
There you go.
Zuma. Yeah.
So,
So
all right, let's jump into Iron Man 2. I know that was really disappointing to me. I don't know about you guys, but there was a couple of things in the movie that I did not like. I felt like it was basically just a setup for the Avengers while I was watching that movie. So, I don't know about you guys.
it was awesome. You know why? Because all you have to say is 2 words: Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
All you have to say. You could put Scarlett Johansson in a movie about turds, you would get me to watch it.
Yeah, I watched that.
You know, on IMAX 3D. Turds all day in front of my face with
Double
Scarlett
feature?
Johansson
What was
next
that?
to
What'd you
them.
say? Double feature?
Yeah. No, Iron Man 2, honestly, was nowhere near Iron Man 1. Did I think it was semi-entertaining? Yes, I think Mickey Rourke was a badass in it. But is he still the same badass in the level of, Mr. Bridges? No,
No.
I do not think so. You can't compare the dude to 9.5 weeks. You just can't, you know. So it was pretty badass to see, you know, not be a pacifist. Like,
Oh, like get in there and get his hands dirty?
yeah,
Throw some hands at
exactly.
Iron Man? Yeah.
I'm even gonna admit, I'm jealous of that bastard because he looks good with long ass hair and he looks good bald. He's blessed, fucker. You know, I shave my head bald. Oh my gosh, it's gonna look like Mars. All craters and all sorts of shit around there.
No,
But-
Mr. Clean.
No,
Mr. Clean.
but no, I think Iron Man 2 was not as good as number 1. That's obvious. That's just my opinion. I think they could have done better. The villain was good. I think he was good, but he didn't captivate you the same way Mr. Bridges did.
What about the CEO?
He had his moments of being funny, but did I think he was like a real legit villain?
He was just the comedic relief, you know? He was
Yeah,
just there
you
to-
know, like if I'm about to get my ass whooped, and I saw that he's the one that organized it all, I'd just be like, you know what, just kill me now, because I don't even deserve to just be a hero.
If
Sorry.
that's the villain, that's
Yeah.
my arch right there.
Exactly. You know, that's like if I was a superhero and Gene Simmons is the one behind the door who organized everything. I'd be like, really?
I don't know. He'll probably throw some intense space paint at you or something.
Yeah, but I don't think the villain was nowhere near what. I don't think. You know, the worst part is Iron Man 3. You thought they were gonna do better. You got Ben Kingsley in there. Come on, Ben fucking Kingsley.
Guy Pearce.
You know what I mean? Guy Pearce, awesome actors with Robert Downey Jr. And what do you get? A colossal turd.
Directed by who, by the way?
Yes, Mr. Shane Black. How?
Okay, I know a lot of people are not really gonna know, too in depth. What the fuck has he directed? Because I don't know. I'm letting you know right now.
He hasn't directed. He's written some awesome
okay.
franchises.
Like what?
Predator,
Oh, okay.
Classic.
Lethal Weapon.
I'm not a fan of.
All right, you know that's so blasphemous.
It's a sin within.
That's movie blasphemy. And
Oh,
that's why we
God.
have Darwin here, because he gets our blood boiling and keeps it interesting. Because he's so uninteresting in real life.
I'm cultured now. I've seen Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, you're cultured with probably porn. That's your culture.
Look, you do not want to open up my
gay
browser.
porn.
Bang
you
Bros.
do not want to.
You
Gay
know?
porn. You gotta remember that.
Brazers.
Nah, that's too deluxe for me. You got to that.
Oh no, really? I did not know that.
Too deluxe.
I think my issues with Iron Man 3 is that when you see the trailer and you're watching it, it's very misleading. You see the 10 rings. You see him wear the 10 rings, and you're thinking, oh my god, this guy is going to really do some serious damage to Iron Man. And you get the complete opposite from that. And it's like, and you see the big reveal with him not actually being who they say he was in the movie.
Yeah, I have a problem with directors changing stuff in movies just to get like a reaction from viewers. I hate that shit.
You know what? I could easily put 10 killer clowns in my kitchen while my wife comes home from work and slaving, and she'll get a reaction.
But do you
Does it mean
need
it's a good reaction?
Exactly,
Do I need
yes,
it? No, I
yes.
don't need it. I don't need to cock block myself. You know? And that's what Shane Black did. He movie blocked the whole entire Iron Man franchise. He fucked it up, you know?
How did you feel about the big reveal of him being what was it?
An
European
actor
actor?
for hire. You know, if I really did wish that the Men in Black little thing that, you know, makes you
Oh,
forget
that's,
about
you
shit,
know,
yes.
right, that thing,
I really did wish it existed the moment that reveal happened. Because I was so disappointed that Ben Kingsley, actors among actors, is a hired actor in a movie where he's acting.
That's kind of high level acting though, right there. See, if you're playing an actor who's an actor, pretty high level stuff. That's like, you know, Robert Downey Jr. stuff right there. You know how he was in Tropic Thunder, playing an actor who was playing an actor.
We have an opening for Movie Dogs now, since today's Darwin's first and last day for saying that comment. So, you know, if anyone's
Hey,
interested.
I'm just letting you know that's some high level stuff right there.
How many? Well, did you ever see the 13-minute short? Was it Marvel one shot? All Hail to the King.
I didn't want to because I didn't want to buy the Blu-ray because of just the colossal fuck up that it was.
It's interesting. I mean, it's on YouTube when you guys get a chance, but they actually tried to fix what they screwed up on in Iron Man 3. I mean, granted, I mean some people actually liked it. A lot of comic book fans were really upset about the fact that the Mandarin technically did not exist in the movie. I mean, the Mandarin that we know
It's fictional.
Is Asian.
Exactly. Asian, who of course has the 10 power rings, who can manipulate people. He's just such a badass in the movie, in the comics, that you're expecting the same thing in the movie.
And not an actor. Not an actor.
No,
And not
an
an
actor.
actor. Good point.
Not an
I'm sorry. Last time I checked, Chow Yun Fat and Ben Kingsley don't look nothing alike. You know, so that was just horrible reveal. That was just to try to get people's reaction, and guess what? And you know the worst part is critics gave it a 78%
On Rotten Tomatoes.
on Rotten Tomatoes. What the?
I don't understand that either. I mean, there was two more things that I had a problem with. Why did they introduce? What was the other suit called again?
What's it?
The red, white, you know, the
Oh yeah, the Patriot,
the Patriot, Iron
yeah.
Patriot, and he did absolutely nothing in the film.
Yeah.
Name one thing that he did that he actually fought against anybody or anything. Nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
He didn't even.
It was a show shoot.
He didn't
Pretty
even.
much.
Yeah, he didn't even fight against the Taliban. There was no Iron Patriot right there. And then, oh my gosh, how are you gonna have Guy Pearce? Guy Pearce in the movie, and he's the Mandarin. He's. Come on, man. How are you gonna have Memento be the fucking Mandarin? Like, seriously.
I was really upset about that. But the way that they revealed that he was a Mandarin was, to me, was one of the most cheesiest thing you can possibly do in the film. And another thing that I actually had a problem with the film is the chess piece that they removed at the end.
Yeah, what the hell is that all about, man?
I mean, if he could have done that in the previous, why not? Why did he wait so long to remove the chess piece?
Exactly. You totally fucked number one by doing that. You know, why would you want to get rid of that? That's like if one day I just wake up, you know what? I don't want my balls anymore. You know, I just want, just take my balls away.
No, fuck it. It's like, I don't want to be a superhero anymore. You know, I'm just gonna take off my power. Like,
Yeah, who does that?
why?
No, I'm sorry. If I'm born with powers, guess what? I'm gonna keep those powers forever. That's another thing. They make these characters seem so tragic that they have powers. That you gotta about be the biggest emo bitch out there having Superman, Spider-Man powers, and you don't enjoy it. The only ones who enjoy it are the villains.
Maybe I should be a villain. Who knows?
You know, I always thought about that. Don't you think it's a little bit weird that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, that you see the Avengers, they all have powers. But in the X-Men franchise, the humans actually have a problem with the heroes having powers.
Yep.
That is totally like, to me, in my opinion, that is like, wow, what is going on here? I mean, they're cheering for the people in the Avengers, but they're hating the people in X-Men for having powers. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, what's going on here?
Superman is like one of the most glorified, like, characters of all time.
Superman's got a chin. You know, he's got that kind of model, kind of looking compared to Wolverine, like the Wolverine comic character, looking all beastly and like full beard and everything. Compared to Superman, I think Superman looks like a goddamn model.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about the fact that superheroes are celebrated. Everyone wants to be a superhero.
Yeah.
X-Men are hated like no other. You know what's going on? You know that to me that makes no damn sense. You know, and Layla agrees too. That's my daughter, you guys. So yeah, she agrees.
Say hi to
as well.
Layla, everybody.
We're keeping it really like 1930s up in here, even though it's on computers in 1930s. So, like I said, we're a few broke bastards trying to make a living here, people. So get used to it.
But yeah, I mean, I always thought that was strange, in my opinion. And if you want to talk about Marvel movies, I mean, don't you think that's a little bit strange that
Yeah.
people cheer for the Avengers and people hate X-Men?
If it wasn't in the same universe, it would be kind of cool. Like, oh, look, that's a different take on superheroes. But since it is within the same universe, it's just weird.
Oh, well, and it's so weird because in Marvel, well, basically in the Avengers and all the rest of the films, they don't even refer to them as mutants. They actually just say people with special God gifts, which is like crazy to me. But I mean, hell, I mean, you got literally what's his name coming into the Avengers 2?
Oh, Quicksilver,
Quicksilver,
Scarlet Witch,
which they're not even going to refer to as mutants. They're going to refer to them as people with God-like abilities.
Yeah.
I always thought that was a little bit strange too. But let's go on to Thor. I want to talk about Thor. Which one was your favorite Thor? 1 or 2?
I liked 1 because I was humbly surprised how good it was.
You didn't feel like it was rushed at all? Like, that thing felt rushed.
If it was rushed, I didn't feel it, and they did a good job,
I don't know.
in my opinion.
It surprised me because I wasn't expecting it to be that good. I just, in my time, I just wanted to see the after the credits because I knew it was going to be a setup to the Avengers in a way. But I was really surprised to see how well they actually put that movie together, in my opinion. But you said it was rushed.
Yeah, I felt like they put the story and they just like put it in a zipper, compacted it. It was just there's like no real. I can't really like even if I think about it now, I can't really think of any good meaty scene. And I was like, man, that was awesome. You know.
Did you like Loki?
Loki was pretty cool. I mean, with his little abilities, I prefer the second movie to be honest.
The second
The
one.
second Thor movie.
What was the? Why did you like the second one?
You get to see more of Thor actually, using his ability instead of being in an earthly realm in his human body for most of the movie. Come on, like, I want a weak Thor. Come on, for most of the movie.
We all gotta be weak sometimes, darling. Your girlfriend said last week you're fucking weak in the bedroom, so come on, man.
We're watching a superhero movie. I want to see little weak Thor. Okay.
Okay.
That's my take on it. You know.
But hey, well, you know what? Let's go back for a second. Out of the rating systems that we do have, what would you give Iron Man 1?
Honestly, Iron Man 1, I would give it 4.5 brewskis. I really would. I thought it was really good. I really think they downplayed the fact that Tony Stark in the comics was a mean alcoholic and not a nice alcoholic, a mean alcoholic. And like, I was trying to go back a while back ago. We all read comics as kids, and yet the production companies, that's who they're trying to get, is kids. And yet these comics were filled with violence, nudity, adult issues, growing up, alcoholism, puberty, all these things that are natural, and they downplay it, But again, Iron Man, despite the fact that they downplay certain aspects of it, because of course they're trying to make money, and money rules the world now, I give it 4.5 brewskis.
I would give it 4 brewskis.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 3.5.
3.5?
Yeah, because they revealed some stuff at the end of Iron Man 1 that shouldn't have gone that way, and
I mean,
like he just came out openly, I'm Iron Man. Like, when the hell did he do that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt.
But we all have to admit that seeing Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury at the end of the credit scene was completely badass.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I mean, it set up everything that was coming to us for the Avengers.
We don't talk about a good movie. We just talk about Winter Soldier. That movie was on point.
But we haven't gotten there yet. Calm down.
Calm
down.
I was just funny thinking about it.
You tend to be an early shooter sometimes, man.
It's in my horoscope, so.
What about Iron Man 2? How many brewskis would you give that?
I give Iron Man 2 probably 2 brewskis.
Same here, 2 brewskis. How about you, Don?
You know what? I'll give it like a 3 because we saw a little bit more action. You know, compared to the first one, he was already in his suit. Saw some more action. So
you give Iron Man 1 a 3.5, and you
Yeah.
give Iron Man 2 a 3.
It's for the action, okay? I'm not going off of the story based on that. Y'all can do that.
Obviously.
I'm going for the action.
But okay, let me ask you a question though. How much action did we see in Iron Man 2? It wasn't there just 2 segments of action?
It was, let me see,
The race track,
and then
and the very end.
yeah,
And that was it.
And
That was all the
And
action.
in Iron Man 1, you had him attacking what you call the Middle East, defending.
Wow,
them.
shooting some missiles at
Well,
some
let's not forget about his famous escape.
defenseless
Yeah,
Taliban
his escape.
guys. Come on.
His escape.
His escape, and
His
then
fight
the
against-
end when he gets against Bridges. So you're being kind of biased right now.
I know,
hey,
right?
Hey, we all know I was gonna be a little biased.
Now, I will say that, in my opinion, oh my god, Iron Man 3 deserves, oh my god, the prestigious award of non-alcoholic brewskis, man. I mean, that was just so disappointing in so many different levels. I can't even, What about you, Junior?
Yeah, I give Iron Man 3, since it was the third one, I give it 3 non-alcoholic beverages. I'm not even gonna say brewski. So I'm gonna say beverages.
There you go, I like that.
You know.
You know what? I'm gonna go with 2. You know, I feel like it's
2 brewskis,
2 unalcoholic brewskis.
non-alcoholic
Non-alcoholic.
You can't
drinks.
call it a brewski. It has no alcohol in it. It's a beverage.
It's a
beverage.
You know what they call Coke when you go
it's
to
a-
a restaurant? A beverage.
It's an
Has
apple
no
cider. I'm
alcohol.
gonna give it 2 apple ciders.
I like that, there you go.
There you go.
2 Smirnoffs. Alright, so let's move on to Thor. How many would you give that?
4. I'll give it. I guess I'm a 3 guy. I'll give it a 3 because I feel like it was rushed. I didn't like seeing puny weak Thor throughout most of the movie.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a 3.5 brewskis. I mean, I liked it. It was humble, like Junior said, and it really surprised me. It actually caught me off guard, and like I said, after the credit scene, I really liked too. So
Honestly, I've never been a big Thor fan, and I wasn't expecting much even when they announced the movie. And then when I finally watched it, I was humbly surprised. Anthony Hopkins, come on, man, he's a badass. And then you take an eye away from him, now he has a patch.
You
They got
and
2
then-
badasses.
And then that beard, it becomes inspiring.
Yes, very inspiring. He's got that Viking beard.
Mhm.
You got 2 badasses in the Marvel Universe: Samuel L. Jackson and Anthony Hopkins with eye patches of all things. You know.
Odin.
You know
So,
what? You know
I
what?
gave
Perfect Odin.
So I gave it 4 brewskis.
4
You know
brewskis.
what?
I like
You know what? I wanna redact my 3 and give it a 3.5 just for 2 scenes alone. The one scene where they're walking through the hallway, you see all the badass
All
tools.
the trinkets. Yeah.
And then second scene when he smashes the cup and says another. So
Did anybody see the Infinity Gauntlet when they were actually?
yeah. That's the
That right
awesome
there.
thing in that one scene. Yeah.
That was such a bad scene. I was just like, wow, I cannot
Yeah.
believe we actually saw
I
that
feel
in the
like
movie.
I feel like when we saw that, everyone got all jittery, like, oh my god.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Now, Thor 2, that's a little bit tricky for me. Because I would say this. Does anybody remember the villain? What was his purpose in the movie? I mean, did anybody care? I mean, okay, what was his name? Does anybody remember?
No.
Exactly. His name was Malekith. And nobody remembered his purpose or why he was even attacking Thor's home. I mean, to me, Loki actually stole the show. And it's sad to say, and I hate saying that, but Malekith was the main villain. It was supposed to be the main villain. Nobody cared about him. Loki, to me, is the Joker in the Marvel universe, which is it's crazy to
You mean
say.
like the Joker to Batman?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Joker to Thor.
Joker to Thor.
Well, in that context, you can put it that way too.
I mean, like, what about you? What about you, Junior? Did you remember, or did you even care about Malekith at all in the movie?
Honestly, it's kind of bad that when I saw Malekith, I just remember the actor's previous movies as opposed to that movie. So I knew the actor, and I was undersold. I thought Thor 2 was entertaining, but I don't think it was up to par like
With Thor
1. So I gave it probably 3 brewskis. I'll keep it humble a little bit. Just because, you know, I have a man crush on Chris. You know,
There's nothing wrong with that.
nothing wrong with that. Look at those triceps. They're just
Yeah.
huge. They could break coconuts. You know, so.
I'm gonna give it 3.5 brewskis. I really like the end of the credit after the credit scene with a lot of people don't remember with Benicio del Toro. He is actually the collector,
Yeah.
and you see actually him now. You see actually technically you see one Infinity Stone. So you know, and that's actually a great setup for the Avengers 3. A lot of people don't realize that.
You said Avengers 3?
Yeah, because you remember Avengers 2 is going to be
Oh,
with
yeah,
the Age of
exactly. Yeah,
Ultron.
based on
And that's what, you know, it's throwing people off. And I think that's the main reason why I got really excited when you hear Benicio del Toro say, the collector say, 1 down, 5 to go. That to me, like, was, wow, okay, that was pure badassery. What about you?
I wasn't expecting that. Unless, you know, Chino had to tell me, because once again, I'm not a big Thor person.
Yeah.
But when I saw that, you know, I was like, okay, that's obviously not a good sign. And you got Benicio del Toro, man. Come on, man. So every time I see Benicio del Toro, I think about Snatch. You know, and I'm not referring to the actual, you know, genitals. I'm thinking about Guy Ritchie's, you know, movie Snatch. You know, so to me, Benicio del Toro can do no wrong, unless it's the Wolfman. Then yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I have to bring that up, man. Now we have to talk about that.
Nah, it has nothing to do with Marvel.
I know.
So
Alright.
Calm down.
I'm just
calm
taking
down.
a jab.
Now, let's move on to what it's a little bit controversy between us three about Captain America. Now, I remember Captain America 1.
God, that was garbage. I hate that movie.
I like Captain America 1 because I knew they didn't, based on what they had to work with, they didn't really have a whole lot. You have to go back in time. You have to use special effects to make, you know, Chris Evans look like, you know, he barely went through puberty. So they had to work with it. I thought the story was true to the comic, you know, to a certain extent. But as in, they had to introduce him somehow. They had to introduce him. And, you know, it's not exactly the most epic introduction, but they more than redeemed themselves with number 2.
Okay. Oh God, yeah. I'm just saying. Look, you know, first one, he was supposed to be a super soldier from the very beginning, because you know he fought Hitler. You know, he was in there in the trenches throwing hands and whatnot. Like he was supposed to be the super soldier. Know every sort of fighting style there is. You know, and in the movie, all we get is one punch, shield smash, throw a guy. One punch, shield smash, throw a guy.
But you know what?
What was that about? Come on.
You know, as someone actually did explain to me about the fighting techniques. That,
because he learned them in the you know, he gets to learn them in the future. And
Right.
There. But it's not like that. He was look. There's a one time where Wolverine crosses Captain America's path when you know as both of them are you know going into Berlin, and they're like, "Whoa, what's going on?" You know, they're already super soldiers at that moment. Like, how is it that he's you know on a stage portraying himself like a little bitch? Oh, you could buy bonds. No, I hated that. Oh,
That I do agree with. I think there they fucked up and get him into an actor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I hated that.
I think Marvel should just stop making their characters turn into actors. I think they just need to realize
you know
that.
what? I didn't realize it, but now there's a whole format.
There's a formula. The moment you put an actor playing an actor, you're gonna fuck up the movie. You know?
Yeah, that's movie fuckery, but I mean, it's still high level acting.
That's
I would
true.
say.
Tommy,
Yeah.
you can't go wrong with
Yeah.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
So what would you give Captain America 1?
One?
One.
I'll give one. I'll give. You know what? I'll give it one cider. Fuck that shit. I hated that movie. I'll give it one non-alcoholic beverage.
I would give it 2 brewskis because I actually like the after the credit scene in that movie, so it got me really excited for the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that was pretty awesome.
I gave it 2.5 brewskis because of Tommy Lee Jones and that after credit scene.
Now let's move on to Captain America 2.
Oh my god.
Now, I will say this: I will give it 4.5 brewskis in my opinion.
I'm gonna give it 5. It was that awesome, especially since I'm so like against all the things Captain America was, spy on everyone and and tracking us and keeping track of us. Like last time I checked, we were attacked by terrorists, not Americans.
Oh, I like that.
You know, so I think that I love the espionage feel, and I give it 5 brewskis. It really, really. I knew it was gonna be good.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be that good.
Well, from the early reviews, I mean, it really got everybody.
Damn it, Chino! Fuck the early reviews.
I don't wanna
This
give
is
it-
us.
It's hard for me to try to get something like a perfect score, so I'm gonna go with 4, 4.5. And
Yeah, that's what your girl says in the bedroom.
you know what? She didn't say that.
So that's great.
You know, she's a little kinder this time. But look, it's been a while.
Which one, Jonathan?
Shut up. It's been a while since the movie has given me that moment of suspense where you're like, what's really gonna happen next? You know, that whole scene with Fuhrer when he was in the car and they were attacking him. Yo, the police just like came out of broad daylight, stopped his car, and just hit like firing squad just shooting at his car.
You can admit, darling, you queefed when you saw that.
Oh my god, no! I was holding it all in. I was like, what is it? Because when the car was like 1% armor, I was shit my pants.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It was also. I honestly think out of Marvel needs to take notes from Thor to Iron Man, Captain America. Got it right.
Can we we'll talk about the elevator scene at least? Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
The elevator
right.
scene.
That was phenomenal.
Mhm.
He even warned them. Hey,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys want to get out of here? Go ahead.
That's
You're a badass when you give motherfuckers a warning.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't mention Scarlett Johansson. Come on. I think that's the reason why you
Well,
gave it
my
5,
wife
right?
is around right now, so I don't want to get like I
Scarlett
said.
Johansson? Yeah.
I'm not gonna cock block myself. You know.
Mm.
I mean, she just gave birth, so you can't. I don't want to make her angry. I don't want her to make her yell at me like Godzilla.
He took down a chopper with his shield while he was riding on a motorcycle.
That's Tom Cruise stuff, man.
Exactly. He
So-
played a Tom Cruise like he was running that entire movie. He was just running. It was amazing. You know, that's the kind of stuff that I live for. I want to watch a movie like that all the time.
All right. How about this? What do you guys give Blade?
Original Blade?
Original Blade.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Original Blade scared the crap out of me. Like when I was like watching it, like I was really young, so I was like always scared. I was like, oh man, I don't watch that movie.
It
It's
did its
scary.
job good.
It did its job. Yeah. Look, that intro scene when they're like in the club and the blood.
One of the best intro
Whoa.
scenes ever.
Mm-hmm.
I would give it a 4.5 brewskis. It was when I remember watching it in the movie theater, and I was like, I wasn't expecting much from it,
Mm-hmm.
but that surprise element that when I saw it, I was like, wow, this movie is just one of Wesley Snipes' best movies, man.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion, and it's like I think it was a great setup for what you thought was going to be a great setup for all the Blade, trilogy, which was part 2 was okay.
It was okay. Yeah.
It was
And then
okay.
3 was just
Oh
a
my
complete.
gosh.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
God.
I'll give it a 3.5. Not because I didn't like it. I like it. The movie's awesome. But it scared the crap out of me when I was first watching it. So.
What did it scare you?
I don't know, man. Those vampires, man. That shit was just scary, man.
It's obvious that they're all in fierce True Blood vampires.
Nah, not True Blood, man. That shit was just ridiculous.
No, actually, let me correct myself. True Blood vampires are actually at least a little badass. They're hungry for throats. Twilight.
Oh.
There we go.
There
Okay,
you
yeah, I
go,
can stand that.
I give it 4.5 brewskis because anyone can say whatever they want. That's what started the Marvel franchise. That's what kicked it off. People don't remember it,
Mhm.
but Wesley Snipes was a true badass. I love the fact it was rated R. That intro scene, who hasn't downloaded that song and got pumped up, want to go to a rave or go work out at the gym, listening to that song.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, everyone can thank Wesley Snipes, especially the IRS, for starting the Marvel franchise.
What about The Punisher? With Thomas Jane, the very first one. I think what ruined the movie for me was John Travolta.
Yes.
That was horrible.
Did
coming from
anybody
him.
expect him to just break into dance and singing?
I honestly was waiting for Olivia Newton-John to come out and just, them start dancing and then Punisher shoot them all.
Just start snapping
Yeah.
and whatnot?
See, and that's the problem. I liked Thomas Jane. I actually thought he was a good Punisher, but John Travolta and Will Patton ruined the movie for me. It was like cheesy villains, and I gave it,
That can ruin a movie completely, just cheesy villains alone.
Yeah.
ruined my experience completely.
Mm-hmm.
So how many Bruceys would you give it, or would you give it non-alcoholics?
I think I'm gonna go with one brewski.
One Brucey?
One brewski. I want to step into non-alcoholic. One brewski should be enough.
I would say about 2. I mean, I like Thomas Jane.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him his dues and stuff like that. But
You know what? I didn't like the casting of him. One reason why is that when you have to start to adjust a character to look like a Marvel character, you start messing it up. Like, perfect example, Superman Returns. You know that fool has brown eyes, but you see they gave him blue contacts. Jessica Alba. You know her dark ass. And I'm Latino, so don't even think for one moment that I'm a racist. But you know her dark ass could not play the whitest of all white characters in the Marvel Universe, women-wise. How?
I don't know.
And then her hair was blonde, and then they gave her blue eyes. Her dark ass, she looked Peruvian.
I think you were a little racist on that one.
Racist?
Racist.
I'm sorry.
A little bit racist.
No, I'm sorry. It doesn't work out for me. And the same thing with Thomas. You know they dyed his hair black.
Yeah.
You know they gave him contacts. And to
Hey.
me, it just didn't work out. His acting was cool, but I just don't like the fact that they did all that stuff.
So what's gonna happen now? Because we have the Torch and Captain America as the same person.
Oh, they completely said that the Fantastic Four does not exist. So they actually are doing a reboot,
It's
which is
like-
supposed to be coming out,
Yeah,
I believe,
punch in the
in
face.
next year, by 2015, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
So they completely, erased that, and it doesn't exist anymore. So that's phenomenal, in my opinion.
That's ridiculous, right? To just wipe a movie completely, like, well, two movies, just like, fuck yeah.
Well, isn't that what X-Men Days of Futures Past did?
Oh, no. See, they're
X-Men?
doing an actual reset. Like, we're watching them hit the button.
Wouldn't you reset it if Brett Ratner directed one of those X-Men movies? I sure as hell
Oh, yeah. That
would.
was
I would
really-
reset it like a Nintendo 64 unit. Just reset.
Unplug it, take the cartridge out,
Exactly.
blow on it.
Everything. You know, they've blown it 2 times.
Mm.
You know. No, I give Punisher, and once again, it goes back to the villain. I think John Travolta's wig was horrible. The acting was not that great to me. I gave it probably half a brewski. That's about it. You know, I couldn't even finish my brewski.
Oh, let's not forget about Punisher Warzone. I totally forgot about it with Ray Stevenson.
I didn't even bother to watch it.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one either.
So we'll skip that.
Well, but what, since you've seen it, what would you,
Yeah,
what
what
would
would
you
you
capitalize
rate
on that? What
You can't be biased here.
I honestly would just give it 1.5 brewski.
For what reason?
The violence.
What do you mean? Just
The
like
violence.
Stupid violence, or
Yeah, pretty much.
no?
So it's not like one of those films that you gotta go watch. I mean, if you can download it for free and you got spare time, I mean, watch it and see, see what's up.
Yeah.
But what's actually talking about something that, the Thor, Iron Man, actually, all those movies actually set up for, which was the Avengers.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ, we all went together to the movie tavern
Mm-hmm.
to watch the Avengers. While Effin Jr. lost his ticket, by the way, and caused a chaotic fuck up.
After like 30 minutes, guess where it was at?
In my wallet.
In his wallet.
Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
believe that? In his freaking wallet.
I'm sorry, I can't help it if all that pot smoking has affected my brain cells to some extent.
I think you were smoking before we even got in there or something.
And I did, and I was with you smoking,
Yeah,
so
so-
that probably affected it right there.
Yeah.
No, honestly, Avengers was awesome. You know, the moment Eric Banner says, "I'm always mad," that's my secret, and he knocks the living shit out of that big ass thing like Mike Tyson, I was like, wow, I just nutted on my pants right now.
I think the line he said before that was just even made it even better. You know, he was like, "How do I? What is it? How do I keep?" The secret is, I'm always angry. Oh, and then he just hits that thing. Beautiful, beautiful.
Very beautiful. What about you, Gene?
I would give it 4.5 brewskis. I mean, that movie. Well, we all knew it was gonna be badass. I mean, it's directed by Joss Whedon, the king of nerds. I mean, this guy is a full-blown nerd. We all know that. So when I heard the news that this guy was gonna direct the Avengers, I knew he was gonna take this on the right path. I knew for a fact that he was gonna make this movie. He's gonna do it justice.
The movie was just amazing, except for one part. I have to call out one part. There, the tower battle they're having with these aliens. Scarlett Johansson pulls out 2 pistols and just goes pop, pop, pop.
I mean, pew pew pew.
Yeah, well, better reference would be pew, 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 hitting nothing. It's just, they should have gave her like a bigger gun or something. Cause
But she
she made up for it. She made up for it.
She made it for. She stole Ashley Chitauri gun.
But when you hear the entire, audience just start laughing at that one scene. It's not even a long scene. It's like a 5-second scene. It's just, come on, you could have done something a little better with
Well,
that.
you guys
scene.
talk about scenes. I think one of my favorite scenes is when he attacks Loki.
Oh, when you just
When he-
puny god.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was phenomenal. I was like, okay, that's it.
No one expected that to happen.
I'm gonna be the first. When they announced the director, I was kind of iffy.
Mhm.
But I was like, the Buffy, like really him? I really was thinking about Buffy. I thought Sarah Michelle Gellar was gonna come out of nowhere with a fucking steak. But yeah, I was humbly surprised, and I give it 4.5 brewskis. They really did a great job. They set it up for the rest of them. Phase 2, even though some of them are fucking up, like Iron Man 3. But honestly, I think they did a good job, and I'm really looking forward to what they do, going forward. And I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the standalone 4. It was good. And then that whole ending credit thing with the shawarma.
Oh, that was actually
Oh,
good.
that was
Thanos.
awesome.
We can't forget
Oh,
about Thanos.
well, I was
Come
gonna get
on.
to that, but
yeah.
the shawarma was awesome too. You
Yeah.
can't exclude that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. But we just wanted to thank you for listening today. And once again, I am Chino.
I'm Junior.
This is Darwin.
And listen and look out for episode 2 that's coming out soon. Thank you, guys.
We also got Alpha Brain as a advertisement. Also, remember to check out Fucking Darwin at Fucking Darwin on Facebook. Give us a like, comment down, and yep. Guys, take it easy.
Later, guys.
Peace.